Chapter 31 Decision, Thunder Academy. You are listening at novelfull.audio. After successfully obtaining the second soul ring, Yu Tianlin returned to the sect with his father and reported to Yu Yuanjin immediately. As soon as he saw the two people who came back, Yu Yuanjin asked with a smile, "How is it? Longhua is very useful." "Father, since you have expected it long ago, why didn't you reveal a little bit?" Yu Mingfeng couldn't help crying. "Is it interesting to hide it from us?" Ha! It seems that Tianlin can really transform into a dragon. Yu Yuanjin laughed loudly, and then asked, "Then what about the second soul skill? How effective is it?" That Yu Mingfeng introduced concisely. "It's Thunder Dragon Claw, attached to the hand, the attack power is increased by 30%, and it can shoot, meters from a long distance." Yes, the skill effect is very good. Yu Yuanjin got up from the suzerain seat, walked 2 steps and looked at Yu Tianlin. "Tianlin, you have broken through to level 21 now." Yu Mingfeng suddenly interrupted Yu Yuanjin. "Father, Tianlin's current level is 22. Level 22. Suddenly hearing this news, Yu Yuanjin calmed down after being surprised for a moment. Indeed, it is normal to leapfrog to absorb spirit rings whose age is more than twice as high as normal, and it is normal to upgrade by 1 level. Yu Yuanjin continued, "Now that you have broken through to level 22, you should go to an outside academy to study, make friends, and increase your knowledge. Above the 20th level can be admitted to the Advanced Soul Master Academy. Under normal circumstances, the disciples of the sect are allowed to choose freely, but most of the disciples of the sect will enroll in the Thunder Academy supported by our Blue Lightning Overlord Sect. Of course, there are accidents, such as your elder brother Tianheng." Speaking of his eldest grandson, Yu Yuanjin paused, and then said, "Tianheng and Tianxin have always been competing, but Tianxin is 1 year older after all. He was the first to break through to level, and after adding a soul ring, he chose Thunder Academy. Although Tianheng followed closely and broke through to level, not long after, it was still a step too late, and he didn't want to stay in the same academy with Tianxin, so I finally chose the Heaven Do Imperial Academy." Yu Tianlin nodded. He still knew about these things about his elder brother. Yu Yuanjin took a deep look at Yu Tianlin, and continued, "As for you, you can't follow your voluntary choice, you must enroll in Thunder Academy." Yu Mingfeng also agreed. "Indeed, Tianlin, Leitang Academy is under the control of our sect, and it will be safer for you to study there." Yu Yuanjin knew the real situation of his precious grandson's first soul ring, so he didn't worry about him going to someone else's land. If something happened to him, he would regret it too late. Yu Mingfeng only thought that his son's first soul ring was the sealed 10,000-year soul ring, and didn't know the truth, but he was also worried about his safety. Yu Tianlin doesn't care, it's not where she goes to school. Seeing that Yu Tianlin agreed, Yu Yuanjin continued to impose restrictions on him. "Tianlin, your 2 soul rings are both at the millennium level. As long as you fight with others, they will be fully revealed. Under the investigation of someone with a heart, the secret of your first spirit ring will be revealed." Speaking of this, Yu Yuanjin's tone became severe. "So I don't allow you to fight with others, and I will make corresponding arrangements. You will not have actual combat courses in Thunder Academy. After leaving Thunder Academy there will also be guards following. Even if there is a problem, you are not allowed to take action, and the guards will solve it. Do you hear me?" Yu Tianlin nodded obediently. Yu Yuanjin sighed, and said, "Actually, I also know that you can't never fight forever. This matter will leak out sooner or later, but if you can delay it, the later the leak, the better." TSK, as expected of the master of a sect, Grandpa's operation is very good. Yu Tianlin roughly saw his grandfather's plan. First, he told the elders the false news that his first soul was 1 year old, and then concealed it as a huge secret of the sect. After his soul ring was exposed, there would naturally be forces to do everything possible to inquire. Under manipulation, those forces finally obtained the news that Yu Tianlin's first spirit ring was 1 year old after untold hardships. All of this is a smoke bomb scattered by Yu Yuanjin. The purpose is to conceal the secret that Yu Tianlin's first soul ring year can keep improving. Although the year of the first soul ring is 1 year, it is an exaggeration, but in fact, it is just like that. In the eyes of the real boss, there is not much threat. He would have to bear the wrath of the entire Blue Lightning Overlord Sect, so after weighing the pros and cons, no one would take his idea lightly, but if the real secret of Yu Tianlin's first spirit ring was leaked out, it would be different, compared with ordinary one-year spirit rings that may be upgraded to 10 years are obviously more terrifying, and the threat is more than 10 times higher than before. People want to kill him, unless he stays in the Blue Electric Overlord Sect as an otaku. What's even more frightening is that even hiding in the Blue Lightning Overlord Sect is probably useless, and it might be counterproductive. Because of this matter, the Spirit Hall has brought forward the soul hunting operation. All of a sudden, Yu Tianlin made so many restrictions. Yu Mingfeng was afraid that he would agree on the surface, but he was still very disgusted in his heart, so he explained aloud, Tianlin, in fact, Thunder Academy is also very good, except for us, Lan Dian. In addition to the sect disciples of the Overlord Sect, there are also people from the Vassal Sect and some Lightning Attribute Soul Masters with outstanding talents, and you can meet many friends there. And the Thunder Academy is one of the famous 5-element academy in the Heaven Do Empire. Apart from the Heaven Do Royal Academy, the 5-element academy is the top academy in the Heaven Do Empire. Every once in a while, the 5-element academy will carry out once a friendship exchange. You will be able to meet all kinds of young talents at that time. The 5 Elements Academy is the Thunder Academy, the Divine Wind Academy, the Blazing Fire Academy, the Shui Academy, and the Elephant Armor Academy. The Soul Sect of the 4 Rings is in charge, and its strength is extraordinary. Yu Engine also added in an unpredictable tone, and the Thunder Academy is located in a place with strong lightning attributes, which has a better cultivation environment. That's right, if you leave the sect, you won't be able to use Grandpa's exclusive training room to guide the Thunder Quenching Ring. At that time, you will have to find a suitable place again, but now that Grandpa said so, I think he has already arranged it for himself in the Thunder Academy. Alright, the protagonist cannot use martial arts and soul skills in the academy, so he can only create his own soul skills. End of this chapter. Chapter 33 The Genius Girl Shui Binger. You are listening at novelfull.audio. Hello, Uncle Lei. Yu Tianlin greeted him politely, but his mind was attracted by the martial soul his father just mentioned, Thunder Eagle Martial Soul. I seem to have a little impression, as if in the Soul Master competition in the original book, there was a soul sect of Thunder Eagle Wuhuan in Thunder Academy. After carefully looking at Yu Tianlin in front of him for a while, Lei Feng suddenly got up, turned back to the desk, and rummaged through the pile of documents on the desk, seeing the thunderstorms. Movements, Yu Mingfeng asked a little puzzled, Old Lei, what are you looking for? The information of the students from other 4 Elements colleges participating in this fellowship exchange. Lei Feng replied without looking up, then continued to rummage, and quickly pulled out a copy from the pile of documents. This is it. Yu Mingfeng took the file bag from Thunderstorm, and Yu Tianlin could see 3 large characters written on it from his angle, Shui Binger. Yu Mingfeng tossed the file bag in his hand over and over again, expressing a series of doubts. Shui Binger? Who is this? Why are you giving me her information? Tianlin broke through to level 22 just at the age of 8. Looking at all the students of the 5 Elements Academy, she is the only one who can barely match it. Watching Yu Mingfeng pull out the page of information from the file bag, Lei Tian introduced, this girl named Shui Binger is not simple. She is the daughter of the principal of Tianshui College. She broke through to level 22 when she was 8 years and 8 months old. She got a soul ring in the same month. She was exactly 9 years old. Level, dash. TSK, the martial soul has mutated from the water-condensing flying wand to the top-level beast martial soul Ice Phoenix. Looking at the information in his hand, Rao Yumingfengfeng, who is well informed, couldn't help but admire, now that he has just turned 10 years old, already at level 25, according to this speed of cultivation, when she reaches the age of 12, she will definitely be able to break through to the realm of the third-ringed Soul Master, which is truly a formidable future. Yu Mingfeng knew that his son raised 2 levels by eating Longyuan fruit, and increased by 1 level when he absorbed the second spirit ring, so that he could reach level 22 at the age of 8. If these 3 levels were removed, he would still be able to. It's really not necessarily comparable to this little girl named Shui Binger. Thinking of this, Yu Mingfeng handed this page of information directly to Yu Tianlin, and warned, "Look, we have only just left the sect for a few days, and we have met such a genius. There are so many geniuses outside, even if it is stronger than you, there may not be no one. So Tianlin, you must not be complacent." Yu Tianlin knew about Shui Binger. She remembered that she had a martial soul fusion skill with a passerby, and she was the first to force out Tang San's 8 spider lances during the Soul Master competition, which made Tang San very hungry bitter. But what Yu Tianlin didn't expect was that Shui Binger was so young, only 10 years old now. You must know that next year there will be a new Continental Advanced Soul Master Academy Elite competition, and the subsequent one will take another 5 years. In other words, the Soul Master competition in the original book was held 6 years later, and Shui Binger was only 16 years old by then, and she must have broken through to level dash at that time. That's not all. There are several other soul sects in Tianshui Academy, but Shui Binger was able to win the captain's position, which shows that she didn't just break through to level 43. Yu Tianlin guessed that she should be level dash at that time. Terrible. At the age of 16 and level 43, she must have broken through to level 15 at the age of dash, tying the record of the golden generation of Wuhandian. Except for the few people who took drugs to upgrade this result, only Qian Renxue and Xiao Wu can surpass it. However, Qian Renshue's god-level martial soul inheritance has an innate soul power of 10, and Xiao Wu has recultivated a year-old soul beast. The speed of cultivation is extremely fast, and they cannot be judged by the standards of ordinary people. It can be said that excluding foreign factors, the limit speed of normal human cultivation is 15 years old and th level. Well, of course, this is the current standard. After 1 year, there will be no 5-ring soul kings at the age of 15, and several 7-ring soul saints under the age of 20 will pop up. Shui Binger was so terrifying. Who would have thought that this character, who was not described much in the original book, would have such a powerful talent? Looking at Shui Binger's profile, Yu Tianlin said seriously, "Don't worry, I will continue to work hard, and I will not be complacent." Yu Tianlin also had a sense of urgency in his heart. Even Shui Binger is so powerful, let alone the 3 gods in the original book. Rakshasa god Bibi Dong is now over level 90. The god of angels, Qian Renxue, is also a bit older than herself, and her innate soul power is at level so she must be much ahead of her now. As for sea god Tang San, his current level of spirit power should be inferior to his own, but in the midterm, Xiao Wu sacrificed, and he was able to bring back some of the small gap in his lead at once. When the clear sky hammer was attached with a spirit ring, the level went up rapidly. He doesn't want to be compared. Tianlin is only 8 years old, so he cannot be proud of his achievements. It's amazing. Looking at Yu Tianlin with a serious face, Lei Feng coaxed him like a child, and then turned his head. He asked Yu Mingfeng, what are your arrangements next? Do you want to stay here for a few days, and then call Jinqing out after I finish handling the matter, and let the 3 of us have a few drinks? No. Yu Mingfeng shook his head and said, I'll leave Tianlin to you. I'll go to Tiando Imperial Academy to see Tianheng later, and then I should go back to the sect. Lei Feng also knew that Yu Mingfeng, as the young lord of the Blue Lightning Overlord Sect, was busy with things and it was not appropriate to stay outside for a long time, so he said, It's okay, Tianlin will be handed over to me, don't worry. Hey, Tianlin, Dad is going back. You have to study hard in the academy and don't have conflicts with your classmates. Yu Mingfeng squatted in front of Yu Tianlin, put his hands on his shoulders, and said, Jianxin also in the academy, if you have any problems, you can ask him for help. If you really can't solve it, you can come to Uncle Lei, and during the break time, you can go to Tiando Royal Academy to play with your elder brother. Looking at the chattering father, Yu Tianlin could only helplessly respond, I know. Okay, let's talk so much. Yu Mingfeng got up, took out an envelope from the storage soul guide, handed it to Lei Tian, and said, This is a letter from my father to the leadership of the college, and it contains some information about the arrangements. Take a look at Tianlin's opinion. After finishing speaking, Yu Mingfeng turned and left. Bon voyage. Goodbye, Dad. After Yu Mingfeng left, Lei Tianlin was not in a hurry to open the letter, but said to Yu Tianlin with a smile, "Little Tianlin, you haven't eaten dinner yet. I'll let someone take you to the cafeteria. Our Thunder Academy, the food is still pretty good." Among the 7 monsters in the first film, only Xiao Wu actually broke through to level 14 at the age of 15, and the others were drug addicts, otherwise they would have been hard-pressed to reach level at the age of for the Golden Generation, after Tang San ate Li Huaxing Jiao Shu and Star Anise Mysterious Ice Grass, although he didn't improve 5 or 6 levels on the spot. That was because the medicine power was not absorbed, and as the medicine power was slowly absorbed, his level also soared. The Binghua Lianjian was promoted to 3 levels in half a year, and was promoted to 3 levels in the second half year after returning to Shrek. This year, it was raised to 6 levels, which is the effect of these 2 immortal products. End of this chapter. Chapter 34 Admission Arrangements. You are listening at novelfull.audio. Thunderstorm called his secretary and asked the secretary to take Yu Tianlin to the cafeteria for dinner. In fact, Thunderstorm can give Yu Tianlin a little trouble, but Yu Tianlin came to Thunder Academy to study, so it is impossible to be like this all the time, so taking him to the cafeteria can be regarded as helping him get used to the academy environment quickly. When I came to the dean's office again, the sun had already set, and the thunderstorm finally finished all the affairs. "Xiao Tianlin, you're back." Seeing the secretary bring Yu Tianlin back, Thunderstorm asked, "How are you doing? Are you used to eating?" Yu Tianlin replied politely, "Thank you Uncle Lei for your concern, the food at Thunder Academy is very good. Just get used to it." After saying a word, Lei Tian handed a document to the secretary, "Follow the instructions above." "Okay." The secretary took the file, flipped through it briefly, and then turned to deal with it. Looking at the secretary's back, Yu Tianlin asked doubtfully, "Uncle Lei, what is that?" "Your information." Lei Tian smiled, "I will ask him to help you with the admission procedures, arrange classes, and dormitories." Yu Tianlin hurriedly asked, "Uncle Lei, I'm a transfer student who suddenly entered Leitang Academy, so which class should I be assigned to?" "Xiao Tianlin, let me first introduce to you the student structure of our Thunder Academy." Thunderstorm slowly introduced. Students are divided into 3 levels according to their own strength, and the 21st to 25th level is the Thunder level, which is regarded as lower grades. Levels 26 to are the Thunder level, which is the middle grade. Levels above are the highest level, the Thunder level. Hearing Lei Tianlin's introduction, Yu Tianlin was even more puzzled. "Uncle Lei, I remember that the students of the Advanced Soul Master Academy can graduate after breaking through to level and then attaching a soul ring. Is there a grade on the list?" Lei Feng explained, "That's right, according to regulations, students can apply for graduation after reaching level 31, but a large number of students did not apply, but chose to stay in school, so they can only start another grade." Yu Tianlin couldn't figure it out for a moment. "Well, since you can graduate, why don't you graduate? Why stay in the academy?" "Of course it is to participate in the elite competition of the All-Continent Advanced Soul Master Academy." Lei Feng said with a smile, "If ordinary Soul Masters graduate in obscurity like that, it will not be conducive to future development. Even if they join some forces, their initial status will not be good. Hi, you need to work hard on your own. But participating in the Soul Master competition is different. Our Thunder Academy can get a good ranking in each competition, so as long as the students can join the participating teams, even if they are only as substitutes, they will be rewarded." Very good resume. If the students are strong enough, they can shine in the Soul Master competition, and their worth will naturally skyrocket. Yu Tianlin nodded knowingly. No wonder Leistorm said before that it would be a hassle to determine the contestants for the Soul Master competition. It turns out that the vital interests of so many students are involved. All the students above level who stayed in school would definitely want to participate, but there are only so many places, so it's a must. In the competition, it is estimated that there will be a fight in the end, relying on strength to speak. "Okay, these are still too far away for you. Thunderstorm returned to the topic. Our Thunder Academy has more than 400 students, of which the 21st to 25th grades are the most. There are more than 200 students, divided into 5. There are about 40 people in each class. I put you in class 1. Although the levels of soul power are similar, the strength of the students in class 1 is generally stronger than the last 4 classes, and the teachers are relatively better. Yu Tianlin immediately understood that class 1 should be the so-called premium class, and the next 4 classes are ordinary classes. Thunderstorm continued. As for the accommodation, they are originally in the dormitory building, 1 room per person, but your grandfather said in the letter that he will arrange you at the lightning rod. You know that there are 4 lightning rods in our academy, which are placed at the 4 corners of the academy. They can be used to attract lightning every time there is a thunderstorm, increasing the concentration and activity of the lightning attribute energy in the academy, which is convenient for students to practice. As for the lightning rod, Yu Tianlin really knows it too well. He has been practicing with this thing for 2 years. I probably know what your grandpa means. It's nothing more than that the lightning attribute energy near the lightning rod is more abundant, which is more suitable for cultivation. Thunderstorm said, but with lightning and thunder, it will be very noisy if you rest there at night. It's okay, Uncle Lei. Yu Tianlin said indifferently, since I awakened my martial soul, I haven't slept much. I spend every night in meditation. Practice so hard, no wonder you have reached level 22 at the age of 8. After complimenting Yu Tianlin, Lei Tianlin said, but you don't have to worry, besides I will arrange the southeast lightning rod for you, the dormitory also I will open one for you, and you can figure out what to do at night. You can stay wherever you want. Yu Tianlin was very satisfied with Thunderstorm's arrangement, and thanked him. Okay, thank you Uncle Lei, I'm really sorry for your inconvenience. Now I'm done with my work. Let's go. Uncle will show you around the college and identify the classrooms and residences. With that said, Thunderstorm took Yu Tianlin out of the dean's office and walked downstairs. The teaching building occupies a large area and is divided into 4 floors. The dean's office and other teachers' offices are on the 4th floor, and the lower 3 floors are classrooms. Straight past the 3rd floor, Thunderstorm stopped on the 2nd floor, walked to the door with Leisian Level Class 1 on the nameplate, and said, this is where students from levels 26 to study. Your cousin Yu Tianxin and my son Lei Tian are both in this class. Yu Tianlin asked, Cousin Tianxin? Lei Tian? How many levels are they now? Yu Tianxin is now level 28. My son Lei Tian is also level 28 like him, but he is 2 years older than him. My cousin Yu Tianlin still knows, he should be 13 years old now, only level 28, and he should be 14 years old when he breaks through to level, through Yu Tianxin. Yu Tianlin probably knew the current level of his elder brother, which should also be level 28. The level of the 2 of them has never been separated, that is, Yu Tianxin is 1 year older, and can break through first every time. But within a month, his elder brother Yu Tianheng will definitely catch up. As for Lei Tian, the son Lei Tian said in his mouth, he is 2 years older than Yu Tianxin, that is, he is 15 years old. If he can break through to level 16 before the age of his talent can be considered pretty good. Yu Tianxin was 19 years old, Yu Tianheng was 18 years old, and Dai Mubai was 17 years old when the Soul Master competition was held. 6 years old, Yu Tianheng's talent is the same as Dai Mubai's. Dai Mubai broke through to level 13 when he was 12 years old, and Yu Tianheng was only 28 years old at this time. Obviously there is no level, Here we set level, End of this chapter. Chapter 35. You are listening at novelfull.audio. After walking around the 2nd floor, Lei Feng and Yu Tianlin went down to the 1st floor, and visited class, of Lei Ming, which Yu Tianlin was about to enroll in. After that, Thunderstorm took Yu Tianlin to the student dormitory, identified his single room, and finally went to the lightning rod in the southeast corner of the college. At this time, the sky was already covered by a layer of cloudy clouds, not to mention the stars. Even the shadow of the moon could not be seen, and it seemed that it would rain soon. the two came to a pointed building, and Yu Tianlin felt a sense of kindness when he saw the big iron pillar standing tall. In fact, with Yu Tianlin's current cultivation base, even if he directly used the dumb hair to attract thunder, it would not consume much, but in the eyes of outsiders, Yu Tianlin has been struck by lightning for no reason, which is too eye-catching. If the lightning rod is used, it can divert the line of sight very well and cover up this point. Well, the thunder was not caused by me, it was the lightning rod. It is said that you are allowed to live here, but in fact, it is just to give you the right to use the night. During the day, the students will come here to practice. Looking at the building in front of him, Lei Tian said, because our Thunder Academy in the basin, there are many thunderstorms at night, so the lightning rod can receive a lot of lightning overnight, so that the thunder attribute energy nearby is sufficient and active. Similarly, because it is a basin terrain, the lightning energy will not dissipate quickly, and will last for a period of time, so in the early morning, there will be a considerable amount of lightning energy accumulated here, and students will also come here to practice. Yu Tianlin nodded and said, "It's okay, I just need to stay here at night." Sufficient lightning energy is very important, but for Yu Tianlin, it is more important to lead the lightning quenching ring and use the lightning rod to cover people's eyes and ears. Thunderstorm doesn't care either. In his mind, Yu Tianlin is using the lightning energy here to cultivate, but he is only a Turing soul master. How much energy can he consume? It's just a drop in the bucket. One more person is not much, and one less person is a lot. It has no effect at all. After giving the key to Yu Tianlin, Thunderstorm also went back to rest. That I've been so busy every day that I'm exhausted, so I want to take a good rest. Yu Tianlin entered the steeple building, closed the door and sat cross-legged next to the lightning rod, and began to cultivate his soul power. When the lightning flashed and the thunder rumbled, he would naturally wake up and lead the thunder. One night passed like this, and Yu Tianlin received 140 lightning strikes. Half of it was naturally attracted by the lightning rod, and the other half was the result of Yu Tianlin's urging the dumb hair. Although from the perspective of the outside world, the number of lightning rods seems to be more than usual, but it doesn't matter, no one will be bored enough to really count. Around 4 o'clock in the morning, the thunderstorm stopped. Yu Tianlin didn't want to run into the students who came here to practice early in the morning. Since he could no longer cause thunder, he simply left here and returned to his own student dormitory room. After that, I kept meditating in the dormitory to recover the consumed soul power, and waited until the sun was bright, went to the cafeteria to have breakfast, and prepared to go to the classroom for class. However, when Yu Tianlin was having breakfast, he heard the discussions of the students next to him, and then he realized that the college was going to hold an internal selection competition, and there would be no classes for these 2 days. Holy crap, isn't this the campus sports meeting that most students love to see? The so-called in-school selection competition is to select the students who will participate in the elite competition of the All-Continent Advanced Soul Master Academy next year. Although Yu Tianlin is also a little interested in this, but now that he has free time, he thinks it is better to go to Tianheng Royal Academy to visit his elder brother Yu Tianheng. Well, by the way, I will get to know my future sister-in-law, Dugu, and get acquainted with her, and see if I can learn something about Binghua Lianjian from her. Thinking of this, Yu Tianlin forgot about the trials in the college and rushed towards the gate of the college, but when he came to the gate of the college, he saw a student in a blue-purple school uniform walking out. Now most of the students are watching the trials in the school on the playground. I didn't expect that there are people like me who go out during the 2 consecutive breaks. Hey, why does this person's back look familiar? Yu Tianlin felt a little strange, trotted to the side of the student in front, and turned to look over. However, the face he saw made Yu Tianlin exclaim, "Brother Tianxin?" That's right, this person was Yu Tianxin, and it was a coincidence that Yu Tianlin hadn't taken the initiative to look for him, and now he ran into him at the gate of the college. Yu Tianxin's height is close to 1.8 meters. He is clearly a soul master of the assault department, but his muscles are not very exaggerated. His body is very well proportioned. As for his appearance, he looks ordinary, but as the saying goes, people depend on clothes, and wearing an exquisite college uniform, Yu Tianxin also seemed to have a certain bearing. Hearing someone calling him, and calling himself brother, Yu Tianxin looked in the direction of the voice, and Yu Tianlin's figure suddenly entered his eyes. "Xiaolin. Why are you here?" Yu Tianlin was also a little surprised, but when he saw the Thunder Academy uniform on Yu Tianlin's body, his pupils constricted suddenly. Are you a student of Thunder Academy now? You have broken through to level 21 already? Well, I just broke through a while ago, and I just came down to Thunder Academy to sign up under the leadership of my father yesterday. Yu Tianlin replied, not emphasizing that he is now level 22, so keep a low profile. Isn't this a 2-day holiday for the selection competition in the academy? I want to take advantage of this time to go to Tianheng Royal Academy to find my eldest brother. Yu Tianlin said his plan, and then asked Yu Tianlin, Brother Tianlin, how about you? Not going to watch the trials in the academy? Where is this going? Yu Tianlin had nothing to hide, and said directly, I'm going to Lanba Academy. Blue Tyrant Academy. The name sounds like it was opened by a disciple of our Blue Lightning Overlord Sect. How can I? Hearing the name of Lanba Academy, Yu Tianlin felt a little impressed and said something casually, but suddenly remembered and stopped immediately. Lanba Academy, if Yu Tianlin remembers correctly, it should be founded by Lu Erlong, who later changed its name to Shrek Academy, which can be regarded as the predecessor of Shrek Academy. So that's the case, no wonder Yu Tianlin is going to Lanba Academy now. It turned out to be to visit Lu Erlong. Lu Erlong is Yu Luomian's illegitimate daughter. She can be regarded as Yu Tianxin's real aunt. As for the relationship with myself, it is farther away, it should be called a cousin. Good guy. Once I leave the sect, all the familiar names appear one after another. It's really getting more and more interesting. This is how it is described in the original book. Yu Tianlin is of average stature, but her appearance is very inconspicuous. End of this chapter. Chapter 36. You are listening at novelfull.audio. Looking at his cousin, Yu Tianlin said, Shaolin, let's go together, it just happened to be on the way. In Yu Tianxin's view, even if Yu Tianlin has broken through to the realm of the second-ring Great Soul Master, he is still an 8-year-old child after all, and it is still a bit dangerous to go out alone. Take care, Thunder Academy is in the northwest of Tianheng City, and Tianheng Royal Academy is in the east of Tianheng City. Yu Tianlin has to go through Tianheng City if he wants to go there, and Lanba Academy is in Tianheng City, so the two were indeed on the way. Yu Tianlin has no objection either, so let's go together. The two of them walk towards Tianheng City like this. Yu Tianlin was asking about some things about Thunder Academy along the way, while Yu Tianlin didn't talk much, only occasionally answering Yu Tianlin's questions. At first glance, it seems that Yu Tianlin doesn't want to talk to Yu Tianlin. If you are malicious, you can even guess that Yu Tianlin doesn't even like his younger brother because of his competition with Yu Tianheng. But Yu Tianlin doesn't care, but he knows yes, my cousin Yu Tianlin just doesn't like to talk much because he has been under the pressure of competition for a long time. Although Yu Tianlin and Yu Tianheng have been competing, they are still very friendly to each other's younger brother, because both of them are great soul masters. They traveled very quickly and arrived at Tianheng City at about 8 or 9 o'clock in the morning. As the capital of the Tianheng Empire, the walls of Tianheng City alone are meters high, with banners flying above the top of the city, and the patrolling soldiers are all dressed in heavy armor, walking at the same pace, as if they were one person, showing their strength discipline. The main city gate in the middle was 10 meters high, the same height as the gate of Thunder Academy, but it was more spacious enough to allow 6 people to pass through on horseback. However, the main city gate is closed, and passers-by can only pass through the 5-meter-high and wide secondary gates on the left and right sides. After entering Tianheng City, Yu Tianlin observed the surrounding environment. He could only say that the capital city is worthy of being the capital city. The streets in Tianheng City are all paved with blue bricks. They are wide and clean at the same time. The shops on both sides of the street. There are many pedestrians on the street. Under the leadership of Yu Tianlin, the two turned around and stopped at an intersection. Shaolin, we will be separated soon. After stopping, Yu Tianlin pointed to a road and said, you can go straight along this road, and you will be able to reach the east gate of Tianheng City and exit the east gate. Go forward a little behind the door, and you will see the Heaven Do Imperial Academy. Okay, goodbye, Brother Tianlin. Although I am a little interested in my cousin who I have never met, but the most urgent thing is to find my elder brother and get to know my future sister-in-law. after separating from Yu Tianqin, Yu Tianlin walked along the path he pointed out, and after a short while, he left the east gate, walked a little further, and immediately saw a big mountain standing upright, and there was a piece of land under the foot of the mountain on the left. The lake glistens in the sunlight. Is this the Heavendo Imperial Academy? Looking at the mountain in front of him, Yu Tianlin was a little uncertain, because there was no gate of the academy at the foot of the mountain, so he couldn't make a judgment. However, the stone steps on the mountain climbing road are all paved with white marble, and there are various patterns of soul beasts carved on them. It is so exaggerated, it can't be just an ordinary mountain, right? Tiando Royal Academy should be in the mountains. Thinking of this, Yu Tianlin walked up the mountain road. Before he took a few steps, he saw a few sparse figures coming down the mountain. Seeing the goose-yellow school uniforms on them, Yu Tianlin finally confirmed that this is Tiando Royal Academy. The students of Tiando Royal Academy looked smug, walking in the middle of the road. Yu Tianlin didn't want to pay attention to them, so he stepped aside and continued to walk up. Although you don't want to pay attention to others, it doesn't mean that others won't stick to you like shit. A student next to him with a pale face and kidney deficiency saw Yu Tianlin. His eyes lit up, and he said to the young man in the middle, "Look, boss, that's from Thunder Academy." That the leading young man also turned his attention to Yu Tianlin. After seeing the Thunder Academy uniform on his body, he grinned. "Really, what are people from Thunder Academy coming to our place for? Go, and play with him." Saying so, the leading young man blocked Yu Tianlin's path with a few younger brothers, and said arrogantly, "Boy, are you from Thunder Academy? This is not a place for you." Yu Tianlin frowned slightly as he looked at the wretches who were blocking him. He didn't want to ignore them, but they came over and couldn't help shouting, "Get out! Hey, boy, you are very arrogant. My brother will teach you how to behave today." That the leading young man originally wanted to come over to tease Yu Tianlin and have some fun, but he didn't expect Yu Tianlin to let him go when he came up. He suddenly became upset and kicked Yu Tianlin condescendingly. The footsteps are sloppy, and the kicks are weak. Facing the kick from the young man, Yu Tianlin subconsciously made an analysis in his mind, and dodged the kick directly. But this is not over yet. Yu Tianlin quickly put his left hand on the young man's ankle, and then pulled it down. What? That the young man was suddenly pulled into a split by Yu Tianlin, and he cried out in pain, leaning forward involuntarily, and as soon as Yu Tianlin let go of his hand, he rolled down the white marble steps. "Boss!" That the younger brothers turned pale with fright, ignored Yu Tianlin, and quickly walked around him, and ran down to help their boss. This is the quality of the students in Tiando Royal Academy. It's really hard to describe. Yu Tianlin also felt a little speechless. He didn't expect this guy to look arrogant, but he was so good when he moved his hands. Yu Tianlin couldn't help being a little worried about his elder brother. Everyone said that those who are close to Zhu Qi are close to Mo and those who are black are black. He studied in the same academy with these stinky fish and rotten shrimp every day, so don't really become like them in the end. To be able to enter the Advanced Soul Master Academy, at least he must be a second-ring Great Soul Master. After rolling down more than a dozen stone steps, the leading young man finally stabilized his body and climbed up in embarrassment. "Boss, are you okay?" That the younger brothers who ran down also hurriedly supported their boss and helped him pat the dust off his body. "A bunch of trash, get the hell out of here." The leading young man impatiently pushed away the younger brother beside him, glaring at Yu Tianlin fiercely. "Boy, you are looking for death." After the ruthless words, a blue light flashed across the body of the young man in charge, and then his whole body's muscles bulged, and gray hair grew on his body. At the same time, 2 yellow spirit rings rose up, circling around his body. End of this chapter. Chapter 37. The Guard appears, Level 57 Sensitive Attack Department Battle Soul King. You are listening at novelfull.audio. Is Wuhun a wolf? Seeing the changes in the young man, Yu Tianlin guessed his martial spirit instantly. He is only at the level of 2 rings, although it is the best spirit ring ratio, but he has not reached level, and he does not have a 1,000-year spirit ring. Even if his spirit power is higher, Yu Tianlin is not afraid at all. If he was able to attack with all his strength, Yu Tianlin guaranteed that he could knock him to the ground within 1 minute, and he would not even be able to get up. It's a pity that Yu Tianlin can't do this. he wants to hide his soul ring, so he can't even summon the martial soul, only relying on his own physical strength and soul power. It would be very difficult to take down the young man in front of him who was possessed by the martial soul, and he still has 2 soul skills. If he is not careful, it is possible to get injured. After the martial soul possessed his body, the young man's momentum increased greatly, and he looked at Yu Tianlin happily. "Boy, are you afraid? Obediently kneel down and kowtow to me 3 times, I will spare you this time." Yu Tianlin didn't pay attention to the young man, but raised his head and looked around. Grandpa said that he would arrange a guard for himself. Once encountering such a situation with a soul master, the guard will handle it. I don't know where the guard is now. Woolen cloth. However, from the young man's point of view, he didn't know how to cherish the opportunity he gave Yu Tianlin with his great mercy, and instead ignored him. This kind of person really doesn't know what to do. Thinking of this, the young man suddenly became furious, and without further words, he rushed towards Yu Tianlin, wanting to teach him a good lesson. "So are there any guards, Schrodinger's bodyguard?" Seeing the young man rushing towards him but no guards showed up to stop him, Yu Tianlin no longer had any hope, and prepared to attack him immediately. Who is afraid of whom? Seeing that the young man was about to rush in front of Yu Tianlin, his wolf claws had already reached out. At this moment, a black mask suddenly rose from the ground, wrapping Yu Tianlin in it. The mask was hemispherical, with a radius of about 2 meters. When it rose suddenly, it not only protected Yu Tianlin, but also sent the wolf spirit youth flying out. This is a dark attribute soul shield. Looking at the light shield that protected him, Yu Tianlin showed a smile. This should be the handwriting of his guard hiding in the dark. The defense of this shield is not bad, and it can be cast instantly, which is a very good skill. At this moment, a figure wrapped in black light slowly emerged from the shadow behind Yu Tianlin. Yu Tianlin sensed that there was someone behind him, and turned his head suddenly. The black light dissipated, revealing a figure in it. It was a middle-aged man who looked about 40 years old. He was 1.8 meters tall and not strong, but he looked very capable. After showing up, the capable middle-aged man stroked his chest with one hand, and bowed slightly to Yu Tianlin. "Master Tianlin, I am Shui Giant Pain, Wuhuan Phantom Lizard, level 57 sensitive attack department battle soul king. Feng the guardians ordered by the suzerain are at your side. Don't be too polite." Yu Tianlin nodded and said, "I will trouble Uncle Zhua from now on." Yu Tianlin's attitude is also very respectful. After all, his cultivation base has reached the level of a soul king, so he can be considered a strong man, and he is also responsible for his own safety. Of course, he must be respected. The Blue Lightning Overlord Sect also recruits external soul masters, but they only recruit soul masters with thunder attributes or sub-dragon martial souls. This with Giant Pain obviously satisfies the second point. When Yu Tianheng appeared in the original book, Tang San said that snakes like coxcomb snakes are considered sub-dragons, so lizards are naturally also counted. No trouble, it's all I should do. Yu Tianlin didn't have the arrogance of a disciple of the sect, and called him Uncle Zhua, which made Shui Giant Pain feel very comfortable, and waved his hand to cancel the shadow shield that had been maintained before. After all, the young man who was ejected just now activated the state of martial spirit possession, so he just took a few steps back, and did not fall. After stabilizing his body, he rushed up again, ready to attack the shadow shield in front of him, but it was just here at that time, Shui Giant Pain cancelled the shadow shield. Seeing that there was another lean middle-aged man in front of him besides that nasty Thunder Academy kid, the young man glared at Shui Giant Pain viciously, and said, "Where did you come from again?" "My business. I am the young master's guard." Looking at the young man indifferently, Shui Giant Pain was shocked, and 5 soul rings, yellow, yellow, purple, purple, and black rose up. Soul King, guard. But after all, the young man hadn't reached home yet. When he saw the 5 spirit rings on Shui Giant Pain's body, his pupils shrank sharply. Combined with what he said about the guards, he immediately understood, this little kid actually has a Soul King level guard. His identity is definitely not simple, and he is definitely not something he can afford. The best way to deal with it now is to apologize to him. Humph. However, the two just had a conflict just now, and the young man couldn't hold back his face for a while. He just snorted coldly, didn't dare to say anything harsh, and ran down the mountain in desperation. Seeing this scene, his younger brothers also hurriedly followed. After chasing away this group of spirited guys casually, Shui Jianping didn't say anything. After bowing slightly to Yu Tianlin again, the third soul ring on his body lit up, and then he saw the shadow under him seem to have turned into a pool of water. His body slowly sank into the shadow, and finally even the shadow disappeared. Appeared from my shadow, and now disappeared in his own shadow. Yu Tianlin looked at the place where Shui Jianping disappeared, showing a thoughtful expression. What kind of skill is this? Shadow escape. It makes people feel elusive, and it's quite easy to use. With instant defensive skills, he can also quickly appear by his side through the shadow at any time. No wonder Grandpa sent Shui Jianping to protect him. Let alone the combat power, but his ability to protect people is still very strong. Forget it, let's not think about that for now. Judging by the height of the sun, it's probably already 10 o'clock, so I'd better find my elder brother early. Continuing to climb the mountain, except for the stone step road, there are tall and dense trees all around, and the air is so fresh that Yu Tianlin feels refreshed and can't help but take a deep breath. The environment of Tianheng Imperial Academy is really good this day, surrounded by mountains and rivers, with luxuriant grass, but unfortunately, the students there seem to be not very good. Soon, Yu Tianlin came to the halfway up the mountain, and his vision suddenly widened. Halfway up the mountain, this should be the main campus of Tianheng Royal Academy. I don't know what's inside, but there is a 5-meter-high bright yellow courtyard wall around the perimeter. The top of the courtyard wall is covered with a layer of glazed tiles. Under the light, it reflects the bright light. End of this chapter. Chapter 38 Yu Tianheng and Dugu, Part 2. You are listening at novelfull.audio. Chapter 38 Yu Tianheng and Dugu, Second Update. After entering the main campus of Tianheng Royal Academy, Yu Tianlin found that there were no students walking on the road. Looking around, Yu Tianlin soon saw a large playground surrounded by 3 houses. The houses were vaguely visible, as if the students were all gathered there. As Yu Tianlin approached, he saw the 3 signs of Tianwei, Tianji, and Tiando engraved on the 3 houses respectively. At the same time, there was the faint voice of a teacher giving a lecture. Is Tianheng Royal Academy class time now? Yu Tianlin was quite speechless. Those guys he saw just now swaggered down the mountain, making him think that Tianheng Royal Academy was also on holiday today, but he didn't expect those guys to skip class. Since classes are held here, there is no doubt that it is the teaching place. As for the 3 Tianwei building, Tianji building, and Tiando building, they should be the 3 levels of Tianheng Royal Academy. It is probably the same as Thunder Academy. 21 to 25 is the lowest level, 26 to dash is the middle level, and above dash is the highest level. My elder brother is now level 28, so he should be in the middle level. But which building should the middle level correspond to? Yu Tianlin scratched his head a little, but it doesn't matter, just ask if you don't know. Randomly wandering around the Tianheng Royal Academy, Yu Tianlin quickly found an academy teacher and directly reported his elder brother's name to him. Sure enough, as a 3rd-generation direct disciple of the Blue Lightning Overlord Sect, Yu Tianheng was very famous even in the Tianheng Royal Academy. The teacher of the academy directly told Yu Tianlin that his elder brother was in the 1st class of the Tianji class. After expressing his gratitude to the teacher, Yu Tianlin came to Tianji building, found the nameplate of class, dash, and waited at the door. Looking at this day, get out of class should be over soon, and I can't wait for long. Sure enough, Yu Tianlin only waited for about half an hour before the get out of class bell rang loudly. The door of class 1 was pushed open, and the teacher came out first. Although he was a little surprised when he saw Yu Tianlin, who was wearing the uniform of Thunder Academy, waiting at the door, he left without saying anything. After the teacher left, Yu Tianlin quickly stood at the door, scanned the classroom, and soon found a familiar figure, and shouted, "Brother!" Yu Tianlin's shout directly attracted everyone's attention, and all the students turned their attention to the gate, including Yu Tianheng. "Shaolin! Why are you here?" Seeing Yu Tianlin, Yu Tianheng was startled for a moment, then a surprised smile appeared on his stiff face. He got up from his seat and walked towards Yu Tianlin. It turned out that he came to find Yu Tianheng. Realizing that it had nothing to do with him, the other students turned their eyes away and ignored him, but there was one person who looked at him with interest after hearing Yu Tianlin's name for Yu Tianheng. Yu Tianheng is about 1.8 meters tall. Although he is 1 year younger than Yu Tianxin, he is a little taller than Yu Tianxin, and a little handsome. Father came to see me last night and told me about your admission to Thunder Academy. I was planning to take some time to visit you in the next 2 days, but I didn't expect that you came to see me earlier. Yu Tianheng walked quickly in front of Yu Tianlin, he pulled him out of the door, gave way to the classroom door, and lightly hammered Yu Tianlin's chest. You can do it, you just broke through to the second ring level at the age of 8. Much better than me. It's just been working hard to cultivate. Yu Tianlin smiled, it just so happens that our college is on vacation for 2 days, so I came to see you. By the way, big brother, is Dad still here? Yu Tianheng shook his head. Father left after telling me about you last night. After all, he is busy with his affairs and has to take care of his cultivation. It's better to go back earlier. Just when Yu Tianlin was about to say something, a female voice sounded, Tianheng, why don't you introduce me? Yu Tianlin looked in the direction of the sound, and saw a girl in the orange Tiando Royal Academy uniform smiling at her 2 brothers. The girl's neck-length dark purple short hair looked refreshing and full of vigor. When her eyes moved to Yu Tianheng's body, there seemed to be light shining in those green eyes. With green eyes and purple hair, it seems that this girl is Dugu Yan, the only granddaughter of poisoned Douluo Dugu. This color of hair and eyes was indeed not possessed by anyone else on DouluoContinent, and it seemed that it had been eroded by the green scale snake venom. I remember that Tang San seemed to say in the original book that it is enough to introduce these toxins into a spirit bone, but Yu Tianlin doesn't know how to do it. Alas, it would be great if I could solve this problem myself. Not only could I save my future sister-in-law's life, but I might also take this opportunity to get into the eyes of Dugu Bo's Binghuoliangi, and take the fairy herbs at will. What? You say I don't know you? Forget it, just take it first, and then find someone who understands to recognize it. After Yu Tianlin saw Dugu Yan, his thoughts immediately drifted to the Binghuoliangi eye, but Yu Tianheng was not affected, and introduced to Dugu Yan, Yanzi, this is my real brother, his name is Yu Tianlin, is only 8 years old now. Yu Tianlin came back to his senses during his elder brother's introduction, and his eyes wandered back and forth between the 2 of them. Tianheng. Yanzi. Oh. Yu Tianlin elongated his tone on purpose, showing an expression that I knew everything. Cough cough. Seeing his younger brother's expression, Yu Tianheng coughed dryly. In order to cover up his embarrassment, he patted Yu Tianlin on the head angrily, and introduced him, Xiaolin, this it's Dugu Yan's classmate, my good friend, you can just call her sister Yanzi. Don't touch my head. Yu Tianlin gave his elder brother a blank look. What if I accidentally broke my dumb hair? Xiaolin, hello, I'm Dugu Yan, my martial soul is Jade-Scaled Snake, a level 29 control system battle soul master. Dugu Yan greeted with a smile, I didn't expect you to be a student of Thunder Academy at the age of 8. Well, it's amazing. Hello, Sister Yanzi, you are also very beautiful. Yu Tianlin praised Dugu Yan and introduced himself. My name is Yu Tianlin, I am a martial soul blue electric Tyrannosaurus Rex, and I am a level 22 master of the attack system. After introducing each other, Yu Tianlin felt a little puzzled, and turned to his elder brother and asked, Brother, I met Brother Tianxin today, he is now level 28, then you should be similar to him, also level 28, so Yanzi Miss is 1 level higher than you. Looking at each other with Duguyan, Yu Tianheng explained, Yanzi is 3 years older than me, so it's normal for him to be higher in level than me. Oh, 3 years older. Hearing this subtle age difference, Yu Tianlin nodded clearly, and her tone became erratic again, a 3rd-year female, holding a gold brick, this age is just right. Cough, cough, cough. Yu Tianheng was directly choked by his younger brother's words, but Dugu Yan felt very useful, and his affection for this younger brother Yu Tianheng whom he just met suddenly rose a bit. End of this chapter. Chapter 39. You are listening at novelfull.audio. After teasing his elder brother, Yu Tianlin saw 2 strong men with exaggerated muscles waiting beside him. Yu Tianheng obviously also discovered these 2 people, and quickly introduced to Yu Tianlin, these two are brothers from the Shui family. The elder brother is called Shui Mo, level 28, and the younger brother is Shui Mo, level 27. Both of them have the same martial spirit. The black tortoise belongs to the top defensive beast spirit. Yu Tianlin greeted politely, "Hello, brother Shui." Shui and Shui Mo nodded at Yu Tianlin, and it was obvious that the two of them didn't like to talk, and they seemed very calm. Yu Tianheng turned his head to look in the direction of the Tianhui level teaching building next door, and said, "Speaking of which, we didn't look for them after class today, and they probably will come to look for us soon." As soon as Yu Tianheng finished speaking, there was a frivolous voice, "I said boss, what are you all doing standing there?" Yu Tianlin looked in the direction where the sound came from, and saw a figure flying towards here with wings flapping in midair, and two yellow soul rings circled around his body. The young man in flight looks like Wuhuan is a bird, his arms turned into wings are brownish yellow, and the vibrations are very textured. Seeing this scene, Yu Tianheng's expression suddenly sank, and he scolded, "Flying is prohibited in the academy, come down soon." "Boss, don't be so serious, Yanzi won't like it." Although he was eloquent, the young man obediently landed from the sky and put away his martial soul. After the young man landed on the ground, Yu Tianlin was able to observe him closely, and found that he was quite handsome. With his eyes moving rapidly, he looked like a person who couldn't calm down. "Xiaolin, this is Yufeng, and his martial soul is Wind Chime Bird. His current level is only 25, and he belongs to the Tianhui class, so he is studying in the next building." Yu Tianheng became a ruthless introduction machine. "Yu Tianheng Feng, this is my younger brother Yu Tianlin, he is currently studying at Thunder Academy." "Hello, brother Yufeng." Boss, do you have a younger brother?" Yufeng looked surprised, "You are really young and promising." Yu Tianheng didn't answer, and asked Yufeng directly, "Where are Oslo and Lingling?" "The two of them are still behind." Yufeng laughed and said, "I can fly, so I came here first. Don't think that just because you can fly, you can do whatever you want." Suddenly, a figure flashed by, and a handsome blonde man appeared behind Yufeng, and then threw himself on his back. "Leopard, you sneak attack me." Yufeng bent down, trying to shake off the handsome man on his back, but the handsome man tightly hugged his neck. Looking at the two people fighting in front of him, Yu Tianheng said, "This is Oslo, Wuhuan Panther, a level 25 master of agility and attack. He is in the same class as Yufeng. The two of them have a good relationship." "Who has a good relationship with him?" However, after hearing Yu Tianheng's words, the two retorted in unison. "Humph." Finding that the other party said the same words as themselves, both of them snorted coldly at the same time and turned their heads in opposite directions. The tacit understanding, the two of them seemed to have a really good relationship. While Yufeng was fighting with Oslo, a girl walked over silently. The girl was the only one among the few who didn't wear the uniform of Tiando Royal Academy. She looked very thin, dressed in black, and covered her face with the same black veil, as if she didn't want others to see her face. The long blue hair was scattered behind her like a waterfall, and the same blue eyes were always calm, without any emotional fluctuations. "Lingling is here too." Yu Tianheng nodded slightly at her, and then introduced, "This is Yi Lingling, Martial Soul 9 Heart Begonia, level 22 Master of Auxiliary System Artifact Soul." Dugu Yan also added, "Lingling is the youngest among us, only 10 years old, but she is also 2 years older than Yu Xiaolin, you can just call her sister Lingling." "Hello, Miss Lingling." Yi Lingling nodded slightly, as a response to Yu Tianlin. Looking at the 7 people in front of him, Yu Tianlin sighed in his heart that at this point in time, there should be 5 years before the battle of the 7 monsters. "I didn't expect them to become friends so early, especially Yufeng, Oslo, and Yi Lingling. The 3 of them are at the Tianhui level, and Yu Tianheng, Duguian, and the Shui family brothers are at the Tianji level. It can only be said that it is fate that they can all gather together." As if seeing Yu Tianlin's doubts, Yu Tianheng explained, "Xiaolin, you stood at the door of the classroom just now, and you should have seen it too. Our entire classroom has 40 seats, but the students who come to class are only a dozen or so people, not even half of them." Yu Tianlin thought about it for a while and found that it was indeed the case. He couldn't help being surprised and said, what about the rest? They all skipped class. Yu Tianheng sneered and said, oh, it's not as simple as skipping classes. It's been a year since I broke through to the 26th level, and I've been promoted to the heavenly level, and I haven't seen them until now. A bunch of dudes, they never came through the classroom. Yu Feng next to him also interjected, our Tianwei class is the same, the number of people in the classroom has never exceeded 15 people. Yu Tianlin was quite speechless. He knew that Tiando Royal Academy was bad, but he didn't expect it to be so bad. No wonder Tiando Imperial Academy is nominally the highest institution of the Tiando Empire, but it didn't even make it to the top 3 in the Continental Advanced Soul Master Academy Elite Competition. The top 3 in the Soul Master competition are always one from Wahundian Academy, one from Xingluo Royal Academy, and the remaining one from 5 Elements Academy alternately. Even those guys who come to the classroom all the time are just wasting time. Dugu Yen added, because their parents are strict, they have to guarantee their attendance, and they have to explain to their parents. As for the morning classes after the end, the rest of the rest time is just playing around, at most occasionally use the academy's mimetic training environment to practice when the mood strikes, fishing for 3 days and drying the net for 2 days. Yu Tianlin finally understood that the overall atmosphere in the Tiando Imperial Academy was chaotic, so the 7 hardworking people like Yu Tianheng and the others were completely outliers in the academy, so they naturally got together like this. It is true that things are gathered by kind, and people are divided by groups. Forget it, don't talk about this. Yu Tianheng didn't want to think about these stupid things anymore, patted Yu Tianlin on the shoulder, and smiled at his fellows. I am very happy that Xiaolin has enrolled in Thunder Academy. I am treating you for lunch today. Ha! Boss treat? Yu Feng's eyes lit up. Boss is a local tyrant. It's rare to bleed once today, but he will be slaughtered severely. That when the 7 monsters fought against the Emperor, Yi Lingling was 15 years old and level 35. What do you think of her? End of this chapter. Chapter 40 Trying to develop the bird, but the start is unfavorable. For more finished. You are listening at novelfull.audio. Chapter 40 Trying to develop Chidori, but the start is unfavorable. 4th update completed. After spending another day at Tiando Royal Academy, I got to know the members of the future Huangdo team a lot, and Yu Tianlin's 2-day vacation is over. During the period, Yu Tianlin tried to chat with Dugu Yen about poison, hoping to extend it to medicinal herbs and even fairy products. But Yu Tianlin soon discovered that besides being very good at its own jade-scaled snake venom, Dugu Yen also knew about other toxins, but they didn't have a deep understanding, let alone medicinal herbs, except for some common herbs such as stopping bleeding and treating colds. She doesn't know much about other herbs. It can be seen that Dugu Yen is not interested in medicinal herbs at all. Thinking about it, if Dugu Yen likes to play with medicinal herbs, Dugu Bo would have taken her to the Eye of Binghuo Liangyi long ago. And he wouldn't have given Tang San all the fairy goods in the end. It seems that there is still a way to think about the matter of the ice and fire Lianjian. After returning to Thunder Academy, Yu Tianlin officially started his school life. However, he attends classes every morning, attracts the thunder-quenching ring and cultivates his soul power at night, but the free time in the afternoon is quite boring with nothing to do. The other students could use the afternoon to exchange ideas and improve their combat experience. However, because Yu Tianlin couldn't use the martial soul and soul skills, he could only watch and couldn't do anything. As for the time in the afternoon to meditate and cultivate soul power, this doesn't work either. If you spend too much time meditating in a day, your efficiency will drop significantly. This is the knowledge summed up by countless generations of senior soul masters, and it can be learned from junior soul master colleges. It is best to spend about 6 to 8 hours a day in meditation practice. Which is the most efficient. It doesn't mean that if you don't eat or drink 24 hours a day and use it for meditation and practice, your soul power will grow rapidly. Then go play with your cousin Yu Tianxin. Forget it, my elder brother is chasing after him, and Yu Tianxin is under a lot of pressure. He is busy practicing every day, so it is not good for him to disturb him. It's not good to discuss and exchange, and it's not good to practice soul power. So what should I do in the afternoon every day? You can't play around. Isn't this just like the group of playboys you met in Tiando Royal Academy? Thinking of the dandy he met that day, Yu Tianlin was upset for a while that as long as I can make a full-strength shot of that kind of little scorpion, I can turn it all over in 2 or 3 hits. Unfortunately, I can't use the martial soul and soul skills. The guards took action to solve it. If I encounter this kind of scum in the world again in the future, wouldn't I have to ask the guards to take action? This is too uncomfortable. Yu Tianlin, who was upset, felt that this could not go on forever, so he fell into thinking, although I can't use martial arts and soul skills, there is no problem in using soul power. Can I use my soul power to create a soul skill? Just do what you say. Anyway, I am also a group of bored in the afternoon. I have nothing to do, so I just find something to do now. After returning to his single dormitory, Yu Tianlin locked the door and began to think about self-created soul skills. My own soul power is of lightning attribute, so what kind of soul skill should I create myself? Naturally, Yu Tianlin thought of Chidori's skill in Naruto. In his previous life, Yu Tianlin still liked watching Naruto, so he also knew something about the skill of forcing Wang Ertsuzi. The so-called Chidori is to gather high-intensity electric current in the palm of the hand, increase the physical activity under the stimulation of the electric current, make the palm of one's own hand hard and sharp, like a precious knife that cuts iron like mud, and at the same time increase the speed of stabbing, because the sound made by the high-intensity electric current is like 1,000 birds singing. This trick is called Chidori. Chidori's skill is still very easy to use. If it is converted according to the soul skills on the Douluo Continent, it should increase one's attack power and speed, but I don't know how much the increase can be. It should not be too low. Wherever it goes, as long as it can be developed, it might be even better than the Thunder Dragon Claw of his 1,000-year soul ring, and it might be comparable to his own dragon-shaped right arm. Now that the goal has been determined, the next step is to keep trying. Yu Tianlin directly possessed the Blue Lightning Tyrannosaurus Dragon martial soul, and at the same time urged his right arm to transform into a dragon. That's right, this kind of experiment must be carried out in the state of dragon transformation. Yu Tianlin has not forgotten the tragedy of his left arm being eroded by lightning 2 years ago when he was fighting with the Thundering Hell Vine. To develop Chidori, one needs to gather high-intensity electric currents on the palm of one's own hands. If a person cannot control the current well enough to cause a large burst of electric current, it will be a disaster. After becoming a dragon, the strength of the arm can be doubled. This kind of problem, the damage will be much less. Looking at Longhua's right arm surrounded by 2 purple soul rings, Yu Tianlin gritted his teeth, urged his own lightning attribute soul power to pour into the dragon's claws, and then carefully controlled the lightning from the inside. ZZ. However, there was only a faint flash of lightning on his dragon claw, which was neither painful nor itchy, nor numb, as if it had no effect. Well, this current is too weak. It seems that I am a little too cautious. Thinking of this, Yu Tianlin was going to increase the current intensity a little bit. Fuck. However, this time the electric current suddenly exploded, and the sudden and powerful electric light dazzled Yu Tianlin's eyes. Not only the dragon's claws, but even Longhua's right arm was affected by the electric current. The violent convulsions made Yu Tianlin feel numb for a while, and then came the severe pain. WDNMD. It hurts. Immediately stopped sending soul power, the electric light also dissipated, and Longhua's right arm was revealed again, only to see that it was completely blackened by the electric shock, and the part of the dragon claw was the most serious. Yu Tianlin could even smell the burnt smell. Logically speaking, if this level of electric current is used to attack outside, it should not be able to do anything to Yu Tianlin's Longhua right arm. However, he stimulated such a powerful lightning from the inside of his arm, which is an act of self-mutilation and death. The right arm couldn't bear it either, but fortunately Yu Tianlin had the foresight to try it in the state of dragon transformation, otherwise his right arm would have been destroyed just by this one. Soul skills are very dangerous, you need to be cautious when developing them. I obviously only increased the current intensity a little under control, but suddenly it burst out so much. It seems that it is because my control over the power of lightning is very weak, but now is not the time to think about these. The most urgent thing is to deal with the right arm that was injured by the electric shock. Thinking of this, Yu Tianlin directly exited the dragon transformation state, took back his martial soul, then slammed open the door of his dormitory, and ran towards the college infirmary. Although Yu Tianlin's injury is a bit serious, but fortunately this is Thunder Academy. The teachers in the infirmary are very experienced in dealing with injuries caused by lightning, and Yu Tianlin came to seek treatment in time. So nothing was left future trouble. However, the teacher in the infirmary still bandaged him and warned him not to use his right hand within a week. It's like a dog. Yu Tianlin just wanted to give it a try, but he didn't expect to end up like this. It's really a bad start. It seems that I can't do this kind of experiment casually for the time being. It is too dangerous. My control over the power of lightning is too low, and I can't accurately control the excited current at all. Even if I try it a few more times, the result will be the same. It's better to improve your ability to control the soul power of the lightning attribute first. As for the training method, use the tree climbing and treading water in Naruto. These two trainings are collected and released. As long as they can be successfully completed, their control over their lightning soul power will be greatly improved, and it will be much safer to explore Chidori next. For today, one is because they are all over the plot, and everyone is bored watching it, so it should end as soon as possible. The second is that I am also very happy because I have officially signed the contract. So I will add 2 more chapters. I hope you enjoy watching it. Give it a lot of support, click a favorite, and vote for recommendation. End of this chapter.